Hello, magical butterflies. This is Xtina from ButterflyIntuition Divine Guidance. Hope everyone is having a magical day, night, or afternoon. If you are new to my channel, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. Today, I will be bringing you the full moon in Sagittarius collective reading. This full moon is happening on June 5th, 2020. It is called the Strawberry Moon, and this moon will be happening at 3:12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 12:12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 1:12 p.m. Mountain Time, 2:12 p.m. Central Time, and 8:12 p.m., which is in London. Of course, please look up the exact time and day if you are on the opposite side of the world, as I'm located in the United States. In this collective reading, I'm going to be tapping into the energy of the collective to see what the full moon in Sagittarius is going to bring as far as releasing and any guidance that they have and what you can expect in love. My intention for this collective reading is to bring forth the messages, advice, and guidance from Spirit that come through to help bring you clarity and guidance for the full moon in Sagittarius. All of my readings are intended to be timeless, so the messages that will come through in this reading can apply at any given time or space to anyone who is guided to my channel. I do intend for this reading for the collective to resonate with as many people as possible, but unfortunately it's not going to resonate with everyone. So I always ask for you, the viewer, to use discernment when listening and watching this video and only take the message or messages that resonate with you and your situation and leave the rest behind. The way you will know if a message resonates with you is if it will feel like I'm speaking directly to you. If you are trying to make it fit, then this message is simply not for you. If you would like to book your own personal reading with me, you can book one in my Etsy shop. The link to my Etsy shop is in the description box below. All of the information that you need for each reading is in the item details. Learn more about this item. If you have any questions, you can email me. My email address is listed below. If you would like to connect with me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, read my blog, the links are below, as well as my PayPal donations and my Amazon wish list. I'm happy to connect with you on other platforms outside of YouTube, as well as answering any questions that you may have. So let's get into this reading. So I have pre-shuffled the cards for this reading, but I have not looked at them, so I will be channeling these messages in real time as I record this. So first, let's get into the first part of this reading, which is what do you need to release? So I have three parts to this question. We have the topics, which is the things that you will need to release, where they stem from, and how you can release them. So I'll be using three decks for this. The first deck for the topics will be Twin Flame Shadows by Mystic Moon. For the where they stem from, that is Crystal Visions Tarot. And how to release is Angel Answers. So the first thing that needs to be released is judgmental. So any judgment that you have towards another person needs to be released on this full moon. If you are in any type of love connection where you are judging your person, especially if you're in separation, for not coming forward and telling you the truth or doing what you want them to do when you want them to do it, you are judging them in a sense because you feel that they're not doing what you feel they should do. And of course, other messages I get, if you just judge people in general, that type of energy needs to be released. And what it stems from is the Ace of Swords. So aces are about solo energy and swords are about balance. So you might be out of balance in your solo energy, the way you view the world, in the sense where you're not in balance with just allowing people to be who they are and allow people to just do what they're going to do. You can't force someone to do something. It's like the saying, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. That's what this is. No one will ever do exactly what you want them to do because they are on their own journey and they have the free will choice to do whatever they want. So it's very important to put judgment aside and to transform out of this solo energy of judging people and really just allow people to be who they are and just worry about yourself. Because when you worry about yourself, you come into balance. You're no longer worried what other people are doing, because the only person you should be focused on is yourself. And the best way to release this judgmental energy is helpful people. So you can call upon your angels and your guides for assistance in releasing this energy, as well as going to if you have a spiritual teacher, reader, advisor that you go to that can help you release this, as well as if you have friends around you or family members or a lover or even a coworker who can help you get out of that energy. Or you can also find books that can help you release that, guided meditations, because when you start doing that, you will find a peaceful resolution. But in the interim, if you do not take the steps to release this energy, your life is unlikely to change, unfortunately, because you will stay in the same energy where you will be putting out that energy and it will not be aligned with what you truly desire, whatever that may be, whether it may be being in a love connection, having a new job, moving to a new home, whatever it is. If you don't change this energy and find a peaceful resolution, it's not going to change anything in your life. So that's the first topic. So let me just remove the cards and we'll get into the second topic. So the second topic that needs to be released for this full moon is self-indulgent. So any self-indulgent behavior that you have where you're very in that wolf energy, in the sense where you just want people to just do what you want, do what you ask. You get frustrated with people because they're not aligned with what you want. This is especially true in a divine love connection. If you are with a counterpart who is not coming forward to you, who is not calling you, making a gesture, or not responding to you when you want them to, or in the manner you want them to. This could also be maybe things aren't going well in your job. You're not getting the hours that you once were because of the COVID-19. Perhaps you're out of work completely and you're frustrated because you're not seeing anything with unemployment or with finding a new job. There's some type of self-indulgent victim mentality that is going on that is keeping you from moving forward and manifesting and drawing in something new. So the reason that it's coming this way is that there's some type of justice that needs to be served. So perhaps there is karma that needs to happen. Maybe you need to receive some karma for something you've done in the past. Or if you're dealing with another person, they are going to receive karma for something they did to you, which that self-indulgent behavior could also be some type of anger or resentment that you have towards this person if they have broken your heart or if they have hurt you in some way. So justice needs to be served in a sense, or maybe you feel that justice has to be served in a sense and you're just looking for revenge. You're in very vengeful energy. This is very dark energy. So the best way to get out of this energy so things can flow and come into your life naturally, ask your angels. So you really need to call in your angels through meditation to help bring peace and harmony and love. The thing is, when you focus on the problem, you create more of the same because you're focusing on what's happening, the problem. You're not focusing on the resolution, the solution. When you shift that to focus on the solution and the resolution, this problem goes away. This energy goes away and you're very free, because what happens is you focus on the solution and you're able to let go of the problem. You're able to let go of whatever hard energy, resentful, anger energy that you're holding on to. So it's very important to ask your angels and to meditate, because the answers will come. Your angels will give you the answers in meditation to help you let go of this energy and to help you put the focus on the solution and resolving this conflict, so you can let go of any self-indulgent anger that you have towards a person or a situation. So the third thing that needs to be released during this full moon is fixated. So perhaps you are very fixated on a person. I'm feeling very strongly this is someone who is fixated on a love interest. Perhaps you are very consumed with this person because you most likely are separated with no communication or very little. So what I'm getting is that you're very fixated on this person and there's some type of codependency that is coming up. So it's very important to get to the stem of the problem. So this stems from the Six of Swords. So this card is showing me that you are holding on to this person too tight. See how she's dropped those 4 swords, but she's holding on to those 2 swords. Even though she can let them go and let them hit the ground and walk towards a new beginning, she's still holding on to them in some capacity. And even though her hands are not physically on the swords, what I'm seeing is that she is actually energetically holding on to them because she won't let it go. So if you are fixated on a person where you are consumed with constantly looking them up on social media or looking them up online in some capacity, or just fixated on them in the sense energetically where you're constantly thinking about them, wondering why they're not coming towards you, calling you, texting you, why they blocked you on social media if that's the case. It's very important for you to clear this block because being so codependent on a person is not going to make them come to you. In fact, that energy is going to repel them to go in another direction, either on their own or with another person. So the best thing for you to do is definitely to choose a new direction, because when you choose a new direction, you detach from this codependent behavior. You detach from the outcome. You detach from the expectations that you have put on this person. You have detached from not trusting in divine timing and having faith, because now you choose a new direction to put the focus on yourself to see where this issue stems from. Now, most likely this stems from something from your childhood. Maybe there was something in your relationship with your father or your mother that caused this. Also, it could be just a previous relationship that you had where someone didn't treat you right and made you feel not good enough. Whatever it is, it could be these 2 things or it could be something else. Or maybe you're just holding on too tight to this person. But if you choose a new direction and choose to let go and surrender this connection to the divine and allow everything to unfold naturally, you let go and you detach. You're no longer dependent on this person, because the only person you can truly be dependent on is yourself. You are now focusing on yourself, on what you need to do, your career, your life purpose, your mission work. You are no longer obsessed with wondering where this person is, who they're with, when they're going to come towards you. Those things will not matter to you, because you will be in union of yourself and you will be focused on what's going on in your life, because that is what truly matters. That is the life you should be focusing on, because your words and your actions and your thoughts create what goes on in your world and your world alone. And if you start doing this and you release that on the full moon, within the next few weeks from this full moon in Sagittarius, which is on June 5th, you will feel lighter. You will not have this energy anymore. And an opportunity to start again may come up. Now, I almost said new moon when I was going to say full moon, so perhaps on the next new moon that is happening later this month in June, which I believe is happening on June 21st or 20th. I'm not really sure. I don't have the date in front of me, but the new moon will be happening later this month, and perhaps you will be able to set new intentions to help you grow and ascend on your personal journey to get you into union of self. So that is the 3rd topic of release. So let's get into the 4th and final topic. So, doubt. So perhaps you have doubt that a love connection is going to come together. Perhaps you have doubt that your person is ever going to realize that you're the one for them and that they should be with you instead of a karmic person or any other person that they may find themselves with in the future. And this stems from because you see this person as the King of Cups, Now, the King of Cups, this could be a male, but it also could be a female. This is just energy. But this is the person that you want to be with. You love this person. You have deep feelings for them. You have a sacred union bond with them. It could be twin flame. It could be soulmate, soul flame. It could be sacred union. Whatever title you resonate with, doesn't matter. You have a connection with someone that's very special and very deep that you feel within your heart and your soul. So you have doubt that this connection is ever going to come together. And that's just coming from your ego mind. Doubt comes from fear because things are not happening the way you want them to in the physical. Perhaps you intuitively feel it, you see it and feel it in the 5D, but in the 3D, there's nothing. And that's okay, because that happens a lot. That just means you and your person are just not ready to come together because you have work to do as well as your person. So the best thing to do to release this doubt and to stop listening to your ego mind, so you stop telling yourself stories that are not true, because you're telling yourself these stories based on fear, not facts. The first thing you should do is listen to your intuition. If you listen to your intuition, you will be able to quiet these thoughts. When these thoughts come up, you can say, hey, I hear what you're saying, but I don't believe that because my intuition is telling me this, and my intuition knows all. My intuition is on point. And then you can change the thought by reversing it and thinking it more positively, because then you stay aligned to what you want and you're in line with listening to your intuition. And then you will see a shift in your thoughts in the near future. You will be able to change your thought process where these doubt and fear-based thoughts will not consume you and make you go down a rabbit hole of telling yourself story after story. And as you do that, you will then understand that you and your person are not together because it's just not the right time. And you'll be okay with that because you will be listening to your intuition, trusting what you feel is true, and working on yourself. And you know that everything will come together in divine timing. So those are the things that need to be released for this full moon. So now let's get into the guidance portion of this reading. So first we'll do some guidance messages that I'm going to be using with the Moonology deck. So I was very guided to pull this card first. Full moon in Sagittarius. Look at the bigger picture. So it's really important to look at this love connection in a different light. Perhaps look at it from your person's standpoint, because you will see it in a different way. Maybe think outside the box, or just trust in divine timing. Now, I'm very drawn to the arrow that is on the moon. So perhaps this is a sign showing you that Cupid's arrow is pointed at you and your person for the two of you to come together. So you really need to look at the bigger picture and understand that not everything is as it seems in the 3D world. There's a lot of things that go on behind the scenes, energetically, spiritually, that you don't see. So that's why you have to really learn to trust your intuition and allow this to unfold naturally. A personal issue reaches resolution, full moon in Cancer. So perhaps this issue, this separation that you have with your person, is going to reach resolution when Cancer season starts. Now, Cancer season does start, it starts June 20th and it goes until July 22nd. So perhaps in Cancer season, you and your person will have an opportunity to speak, or everything will start to shift that will get the two of you on the path to coming back together to talk. Your dreams need a practical plan, full moon in Taurus. So what dreams that you have when it comes to your connection, they can come true, but you need a practical plan. If your plan of you and your person coming together involves getting together by a certain day or time, scratch that off your list, because you cannot control the outcome and you cannot put date, time, or place, because it doesn't work that way, unfortunately. Take it from me, who used to do that for years before I realized, oh, this is why something took forever to manifest, because I was putting a timestamp on something, and there's no such thing as time in the spiritual world. So your dreams need a practical plan, meaning you need to be open to the how, the when, and the where, and to get out of the bull energy of being stubborn and getting upset when something doesn't manifest when you want it to, and get more into the Taurus energy of being grounded and stable and just allowing things to flow and come into your life the way it's supposed to. And another message is don't let pride get in your way. Full moon in Leo. So we have a lot of full moon cards coming on. So that's really good for this reading. So don't let your pride get in your way. You can be in that lion energy of being passionate and confident, but don't get cocky. Don't get prideful. Don't get upset when things don't happen exactly the way you want them to or when you want them to. That's why your dreams need a practical plan. You need to just allow things to unfold. I know it's very difficult, and I know I say that a lot in my videos, but I have to repeat this because there's a lot of people who just don't understand it, because it's a very stressful, especially the twin flame journey. It's very hard, and it's very hard to not be with someone that you love deeply. So that's why you must allow things to unfold naturally, trust in divine timing, and don't let your pride get in your way. Because right now, this full moon is telling you it's a time for healing. There are things that we went over in the beginning of this reading that you need to heal before this relationship can come together. So just take the time to heal, and remember, healing can happen as fast or as slow as you want. There's no time frame for that. It is at your pace, and the same goes for your person. They have the free will choice to choose to heal, and they can go as fast as slow as they want. You both have the same choice to make. Show the world the real you. Full moon in Aquarius, so we have another full moon card. So it's time to show the world the real you. Don't hide who you really are. Be authentic, be you, and always be real. The energy is gaining momentum, so this full moon is definitely going to help you release what needs to be released, so you are able to start moving towards your goals. Because here's the question: what do you need to release? We went over some topics in this reading on what needs to be released, but with this being a collective reading, these topics are not going to be for everyone, but you will know better than me what you need to release, because you will start to feel feelings come up to the surface in the days prior to the full moon, and you will know what they are, and you have to release them. You have to let go, because if you don't, nothing will come of this situation, which means nothing will change. Everything will stay the same, and you will be stuck. So it's very important to listen to what needs to be released, pay attention to the feelings and thoughts that are coming up, deal with them, release them, do some full moon ritual. The best way to do it is write down everything on a piece of paper. You have to handwrite it for it to really go out into the universe. Handwrite it on a piece of paper what you would like to release, and burn it away. Now, of course, burn it very safely. You can put it in a burning bowl. Doing it outside is the best, and just allow it to go away, and you will feel that release when you burn it. So those are the guidance messages. So now let's get into some self-care messages for you. These are self-care things that are recommendations from Spirit for you. So I'll be using the self-care oracle for this. So your first self-care message is soak in a bath. Every time there's a full moon, taking a full moon detox bath is just heaven. You get your favorite bath salts, bath bombs, bubble bath. You can put essential oils in the tub. You can put crystals and candles around the tub. Of course, when you're using candles, please be safe. You can put on soft meditation music and just get into your zen in the tub and just allow everything to be released. And you'll detox your body, which means any negative toxins or any negative energy that you've been holding on to will be released as you sit and soak in the bath. And just remember, this is the 46 card, and 46 equals a 10, and 10s are about a new cycle. Clean your space. So this is really important for you to clean your space. Now, this could be your physical space, as in your bedroom, your home, as well as just your space, your body. So taking a bath will definitely clean you energetically and clean your body. And then, of course, clean your space. The full moon is always a good time to put your crystals out to have them recharged. You can either put them outside if you're able to, or if you have a window, you can just put them in front of the window and just let the moonlight recharge them. Spend time with animals. So really connect with your spirit animals. You should know who your spirit animals are. If you don't, they are usually They usually come to you like when you're outside, you will see an animal, or you will see them like if you're on social media, on a website, or even on TV. You'll see an animal and you'll be like, hey, how come I keep seeing a sparrow? And then you look up the meaning of a sparrow, and then the message will come to you on what this animal brings to you. But usually you see them a lot, like whenever you're frustrated or you're working on something, you will see something. So as you're changing and evolving, you will start to see butterflies. And then sometimes people will see crows to kind of help them speak their truth. Like I see crows a lot when I have a problem with being able to communicate with someone. I'll start seeing a crow, and the crow will be crowing at me, telling me I need to just speak my truth. And then when I do, I don't see crows anymore. So whatever animal you resonate with, and of course if you have a pet, make sure you're spending time with your pet, and just spend some time with them, because that will be nourishing energy for you as well. And your final message is deep breathing, number 19, which equals a 10. So we have another 10, another cycle beginning. So deep breathing, just do a full moon meditation. You can find guided meditations on YouTube as well as Spotify. And you can do this deep breathing as you're soaking in a bath as well. So that's what I have for self-care messages. So now I want to get into the spell deck to see what type of charms, remedies, rituals spirits recommending. So there's a lot of cards that came out, so I will read each card to you. So the first card is Vesta. The Vestal virgins of ancient Rome tended a sacred hearth, taking vows of chastity in honor of Vesta, the goddess of fertility, eternal flames, and protection. If self-destructive patterns and heartbreak are keeping you in a cycle of attracting the same negative energies, commune with Vesta. For a lunar cycle, or longer if needed, remain chaste with others. Cut ties from past lovers who have left significant wounds. Put a white cloth and flowers on your altar. Carve Vesta's symbol, which is pictured above. Her symbol is right there. On a white candle to be lit every evening. Look at the flames and ask Vesta's assistance with revealing your truest desires and healing your wounds. Write any revelations in your book of shadows or a journal, and use this time for restoration and purification. Emerge from your Vestal temple feeling renewed. So this is something that you can do if you need to release what you're attracting in, like maybe you're attracting like low vibration karmic partners who just want sex, or just are just, it's the same old thing every time. So you can do that to kind of change the cycle and start attracting partners that are more in line with what you truly want when it comes to love. Book of Shadows is the next message. A witch's diary of spells, inspired poetry, and lessons. All magical practitioners should keep a book of shadows to record their discoveries. Find a book with blank pages. On a new moon, gather your coven for a festive evening of decorating books. Chant words, grant powers. Let ancestors' blessings pour down in abundant showers. Then swap your book of shadows with someone to share stories and spellcrafting. Shuffle this deck and pull a card for another witch. Think about how it applies to them and add your thoughts to their book of shadows. So this is something that you can do if it resonates with you. So I understand that not everyone is a witch, and a lot of people have different opinions when it comes to witchcraft and spells. I myself am not a witch, even though I am an intuitive reader who uses tarot and oracle cards to read for people with my gifts. I was born and raised a Catholic. I am not really as religious as I was as a child. I'm more spiritual, but I do have a very good friend who is a witch. She is a pagan, and she is a third generation witch. So I have learned a lot about witchcraft from her. It's not as evil as people say. I have done some rituals with her and a couple of our friends to kind of just send out good energy to the world. So you always have to do it with good intentions. That is the key. You have to always put spells and intentions out for good. If you want, I never say, the one thing my friend taught me is that you never put a spell on another person, because you're messing with their free will. And sometimes if you do it, in a desperate kind of bad intention kind of way, karma comes back to bite you on the ass. So that is something that she does not recommend, or any witch would never recommend that. But you can do it in a nice way. Set good intentions. You can always do it like, if me and this person are meant to be together, then let's bring us together. And then if it's meant to be, it'll happen. But this is something you can do. But of course, you can always go a different route. For those that don't want to go the witchcraft way, you can just get a journal and just write down things that come to mind. You can, write in your journal. You can put, like in my journal, I write stuff, but then I'll also like glue or tape pictures in my journal, and I'll just put quotes in my journal, and I look back at what I was going through like months, weeks before. So you can do that as well. Your next message is Fortuna, a lucky bag of talismans, charms, crystals, and or messages to protect and bless your spells or carry on your travels. In a green, gold, or purple bag, add 7 lucky items, such as a piece of your hair, a coin or dollar, citrine, green jade, labradorite, whole nutmeg, or a bay leaf. Add a small piece of paper on which you've written your goals, dreams, and aspiration. Draw the hexagram symbol on the bag. Place on the pentagram on your altar and charge with power during the full moon or on a Wednesday or a Thursday. So this is something you can do to help you stay goal oriented. Now, of course, I see with the words hexagram and pentagram that could trigger people. Again, I was born Catholic. I have been baptized. I have made communion, and I have made my confirmation. I am allowed in a church. So I don't want to hear any shit in the comments about it. So if you're not into that, you can just skip past this reading. This message or this portion of the reading. Temple. Incense invokes the senses connected to divine spirit and can be used to enhance a daily meditation practice. So use a mortar and pestle to grind the resins. Pour into a wooden bowl and mix with sandalwood. Burn on a charcoal tablet in the morning or evening during your meditation practice. This aromatic incense blend can be used to bless one's temple, altar, or any place magic is practiced. And the resins is 3 tablespoons of frankincense, 3 tablespoons of myrrh, 3 tablespoons of benzoin, 2 tablespoons of dragon's blood, 2 tablespoons of gloria, which is cathedral incense, and a 1/4 cup powdered sandalwood. So this is something you can do if you feel called to. If not, no worries. And then we have kaifi. I think that's how you say that. This Egyptian incense blend is used for daily purification, solar rituals, house blessing, healing, and cleansing rites. So using a mortar and pestle, you grind the powders. Pour into a separate mixing bowl, then add raisins and honey. Add in a red wine and a few drops of each essential oil. Mix thoroughly with a spoon or gloved hands. Dry overnight and test by burning on a charcoal tablet. Store in an airtight jar. Kaifi recipes vary. Use the ingredients that speak to you. So the powders that you would use is 1 tablespoon of frankincense, a tablespoon of myrrh, a tablespoon of cinnamon powder, a tablespoon of benzoin, a tablespoon of pine resin, a tablespoon of sandalwood, a tablespoon sweet flag, which is calamus, a tablespoon of gum mastic, mashed raisin, a teaspoon of honey, a splash of red wine, and the essential oils is 2 to 4 drops frankincense, benzoin, sandalwood, and myrrh. And your final message from this deck is altar. A sanctuary for your magic. Altars are as diverse as the traditions that use them. In many paths of witchcraft, an altar contains candles, a cauldron, a cup of water, an athame, a bowl of salt, a pentagram, a wand, and statues or images representing your reverence and interpretation of divine spirit. Your altar is an extension of you, a living thing reflective of your practice with sacred items that hold personal significance. Clean your altar during the dark moon, which is the new moon, replacing flowers, dusting off tools, and meditating over recent spells. So you can have an altar in your house. Now, of course, you don't have to go the full witchcraft route if you don't resonate with that. You can make it more spiritual if you're to your religion. If you see the organite that I have right here, this is actually from Wing and Bell, and it is the Mother Mary organite. So as I said earlier in this reading, I am Catholic and I resonate with Jesus and Mother Mary, but I'm very spiritual in the sense that I read cards. That doesn't make me evil. All it does is just make me use a divination tool of cards. I do work with Archangel Michael as well as my other guys, and I do connect with Mother Mary and Jesus because I am Catholic. So again, I don't know why I keep having to put this out there. So, but you can use an altar to do it and make it towards you. You can just put candles, you can do essential oils, you can do crystals, you can put flowers, you can put whatever you want, whatever resonates and makes it your space. And you could use it to do spells if you choose, or you can just do meditation in front of it. You could do whatever you want. Make it your own. Make it your own personal space. So that is what I have for this deck. So let's get into, I want to pull crystals, but I forgot to shuffle the deck. So let me do that really quick. So I'm going to use the Crystal Spirits Oracle by Colette Baron Reed. So let me just shuffle these cards really quick. And what crystals can be helpful to the collective during the full moon in Sagittarius that is happening on June 5th, 2020. And just remember, June 5th is 6/5, which equals an 11. So I really feel this full moon is going to be a big release, so new beginnings can happen. Okay, your first crystal is turquoise. They're telling me to pick 2. And then the second crystal is spessartine garnet. I probably said that wrong, but let me pull the book out so we can see what the essential meanings is for both of these crystals, and then I can get the message from Spirit. So for spessartine garnet, it means charm, charisma, shining, sparkling, being a brilliant beacon of confidence that inspires others. I'm immediately hearing the song "Shine Bright Like a Diamond" by Rihanna. So you're just being told to sparkle in your light. Allow whatever is holding you back to go away, so you can shine bright like a diamond and show the world who you truly are. Turquoise means storytelling, reframing, a different way of perceiving. So turquoise can definitely help you change your way of thinking, to make you look at the bigger picture and to make you look at things through fresh eyes. So if you feel guided to use any of these 2 crystals, feel free. Of course, you can always use whatever crystals you have that call to you on the full moon. And let's get into spirit animals to see what spirit animal messages they have for you. So your first message is the peregrine falcon. This is the number 25 card, which equals a 7. This falcon is coming in to help you with observation. So it's really important to just look at things for what they are, see things for what they are, see people for who they are, and accept people for who they are. This falcon will help you just observe and not react when things don't happen when you want them to, and to help keep you grounded. The goat is coming through. This is the 19 card, which equals a 10. 10s are about a new cycle, so the goat's here to help you with the new cycle when it comes to reliability. So the goat is going to help you remember to be reliable. You will show others that you're reliable, and of course other people will want to be reliable to you as well. And I would like to close out this reading with what the full moon in Sagittarius is going to bring for love connections. Now this will be all love connections. This will be twin flame, soulmate, soul flame, divine union, sacred union, whatever you call it. It doesn't matter. You have a special connection with someone. So the first deck I'll be using, actually I'm using one deck for this. No, wait, two, sorry. I'm using Arrows of Love Oracle and Twin Flame Oracles by Mystic Moon. We have Phantom Lover, Fantasy. So you have a fantasy about being with this person. Now, Phantom Lover is showing me that this person is not physically in your life right now, but this is something that you dream of and that you want to happen. Violets are blue, loyalty. This is showing me that even though the two of you are not together and perhaps this person is in another connection, you are loyal to them. You have no desire to be in another connection with another person because you know this person is your home, and your connection right now is winter. This is the energy of your connection now. This could be, I'm feeling more of what winter brings, which is cold, freezing, frozen. So your connection is frozen right now. That's why you and your person are not together, and they're being called your phantom lover, but you're still loyal to them because you know eventually the two of you are going to come back together. And what I'm seeing is there is a partnership that is going to thaw out. There is a partnership that is going to come back together. And I'm feeling very strongly with this card that for the summer, some of these partnerships are going to come back together. So for those that are in separation, you might be hearing from your person in the summer to come back together, because your person is seeing signs and synchronicities when it comes to you and their connection, and they have or will be getting rid of any type of karmic partner or situation in their life that is keeping them from being with you. And I want to close out this reading with two messages from your person's higher self to you. So I have two messages here from Twin Flame Messages, Volume 1, from Mystic Moon. So I'm going to read the messages. They'll be for your own interpretation. You will know immediately as I'm reading it if the message is for you. I'm not the same person you remember. Please don't take what happened personally. It's not you, it's me. So I hope that this reading brought you clarity and guidance regarding what the full moon in Sagittarius is going to bring. If this reading resonated, let me know in the comment section below. Thank you all so much for all your likes, your shares, and your subscribes. If you are subscribed to my channel, make sure you hit the bell notification so you are notified when I post a new video. If you would like to gain clarity and guidance on your own love connection, you can book a personal reading with me. The link to book a reading is in the link description box below in my Etsy shop. Wishing you a beautiful and magical full moon. Stay safe, stay healthy. Much love. Bye.